Here he sat, surfing the worldwide waves of the web, a student whose studies were purely self-directed, perusing the forums and asking for help with tutorial videos that tied into his interests. In music production, a fresh budding artist, following the footsteps of who he held greatest, developing a skill set, and he may not have the best kit, but enthusiasm plus talent equating to promise. Here he sat, with sweat-drenched, clenched up fist thinking back to the periodic table and ratio in math. In a monologue repeats, man, I hate exams, with a mother's words echoing, just do the best you can. Revision started kicking in, and it all went to plan. Aiming for the good grades and getting them began. A drive and determination that started to span all aspects of character and pastimes that he had. Here she sits, silently. Her eye line drifts up to the mantelpiece, hovers over framed moments of her past reality. Animated images are now confined to memory. Christmas, birthdays, videos of how it used to be. Nothing's ever going to be the same, was it, basically? A home, a heart, a life broken and empty. A withered wreath of flowers now reflects her son's energy. His movements turn to tears rolling down her mother's cheek. Here he stood, to receive applause from an audience of peers, an award to recognize such hard work in early years, acknowledging the fact that the track that he adhered to took discipline, dedication, and a trait of perseverance. But in all honesty, he didn't need the validations. Nothing would have stopped him from achieving aspirations. When it came to education, he held the combination of flair and motivation that were forming his foundations. Here he stood, week after week through sun, rain and sleet. Whatever the weather, when it's match time he would be, not hanging with his friends because of responsibilities, to his little brother, keen to watch a team compete. So on a Saturday, on the sidelines where he's seen, there for the losses to commiserate with sympathy, or literally up in the air while cheering victory. Truthfully, he just liked to see his siblings happy. There they stand, grieving, leaving letters for him out there on the tarmac. Candle flames flicker for the friend that they need back. Beyond their means to comprehend the outcome of attack, those what-ifs and could-have-beens leave them all racked, with emotions so complex they don't know how to act. Gut reactions, rage mixed with disbelief of fact, that turned to something deeper when they saw this patch of land that forced them into growing up to truly understand. Here he lay. A pale shade of ash and grey had taken to his face. Samaritans applied the pressure. Paramedics came, soaking heavy clothing items cut away with haste. Strangers that were gathered round were told to give him space. Alone with no one known to him, there was no last embrace. Just havoc and confusion as to what had taken place. Doctors worked on tirelessly, but the cruelest twist of fate was the blade that hit his artery, and it was just too late. Here he lay, in the eye of the storm that his murder created. The vibrance within him was stolen and changed to stone-cold emotionless nothing on the table, a motionless statue. What lay there was a vessel, detached from the warmth that remains instrumental to how he was regarded and how he is remembered. A bright spark extinguished to pitch blackness endless. Why would this happen? An unanswered question. Here we lie to ourselves if we believe that those taken before their time are from a different world and society to mine, that the story here is resigned to gang-affiliated crime when children killing children seems to be the bottom line. With background and color, it's not so black and white. There's victims and there's villains in this piece of every type. With recorded incidents reported to be rising, the price of not addressing this may cost someone their life. A fundamental contradiction hangs within the mind of someone who thinks they're safer when they're carrying a knife. Possession for protection, effectively they're blind to the fact that every weapon out there ties into this cycle, perpetuates the fear, because one and all feel vulnerable. And that's what fans the fires at the basis of this all. The ashes of a family left in darkness, their son has fallen, now visiting a place where he will rest forevermore.